Hello and welcome to another Google Hangout where we're going to be discussing Manchester United's upcoming game at home to Sunderland. I've got four guests with me to discuss the game. To Swansea, so we've really got to get back on track in this game. The other teams in the top four have got some difficult games to play, especially Arsenal and Liverpool have got some difficult games to play this weekend. So really this game comes as a must-win game, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they came to our house last year, beat us 1-0. We drew with them earlier in the season, but that was a game I think none of our games going to be must win, especially with our away form. And you got Arsenal playing Everton and Liverpool playing City. So this could be a good weekend for us. If we can get all 3 points, which I'm expecting, maybe Arsenal get a draw, Everton does us a favor. I really don't think Liverpool is going to beat City. I think City's, regardless of their midweek result, I think they'll have too much firepower. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, this is a must-win game. I would like us to see, I'd like to see us come out with some urgency to get an early goal, and even then, just continue to try and score because I think goal differential could come down, be a huge factor as it was a few seasons ago. But yeah, I definitely want, like I said, want to see us play with some urgency. I don't mind the possession game, but there's got to be some purpose in it. There's got to be some more offense coming out of our side because the strikers are just not scoring enough goals. And I think that's, a lot of our problem is that while we're not creating the most chances, our strikers aren't converting the chances that they're getting. Cal and Van Persie have been terrible, and I just think that those two together do not work. Don't play them together at all. But yeah, massive must-win game.
Yeah, definitely. How do you see this game going, Kevin? Surely it should be an easy 3 points, really. Especially on paper, because Sunderland aren't a very good side this season. They're still they're fairly down the bottom. So it should really be a fairly comfortable game, shouldn't it? Although our form hasn't been great.
If we don't turn up, if we take Sunderland lightly, if we disrespect them and play our little shitty pass the ball sideways and not have any creative ideas and not, Sunderland will beat us, and it's a must-win game because we do have the run of games coming up: Liverpool, City, Chelsea coming up. So we've got to be getting the 3 points in these type of games. We dropped silly 3 points last week at Swansea, and it's another match where the team has got to go out and play well, get a good performance, and just get a solid victory. None of this 1-0, 2-0. I want a 3-4-5. I can't remember the last time I saw us walk all over a team properly. I think the last time was maybe QPR back in September, whenever it was.
Ourselves to blame if we don't win this game. Do you agree, Matt? I mean, Sunderland aren't a very good side. I don't know how you see the threat of Sunderland posing to us, but I think that it's probably our own selves that are going to be the downfall if we don't win this game. Because they don't seem to. I don't think they're posing a real great threat. I don't know where you see the greatest threat from Sunderland coming from, really.
I think our performance is going to be our biggest downfall. If we play badly, then bad things will happen. If defensively we're as weak and as shaky as what we have looked in games throughout all of this season, or if there's any moments of just stupidity, then players like Jermaine Defoe can punish you. So I think as long as our performance is good, which is a long shot because it hasn't been all season long, then it should be a straightforward game. How many times have I said on this show that whoever would be playing, we're Man United playing them at home, it should be straightforward, and yet there's still this question mark lingering over it because there hasn't been a consistency in our performances. It's varied. I saw Stephen Howson on Full Time Devils or on Twitter earlier today. Can't remember which one it was, but it said like the performances have been bad. They're varied from how bad they've been. They've either been very bad or okay, but there haven't really been consistently good or even a glimmer of good performances, really, when you actually look at it. Even when we were on that run, there were still these same issues week in, week out, of where we did look fragile, we weren't really taking it to the opponent, and it's getting to that point in the season now where every game's going to be difficult because you're going to be either playing these teams around the bottom who are fighting for their lives, and there's so many teams that are in that mix at the moment. So nearly every game that we've got, you've got the teams at the bottom who are fighting for their lives, or you've got the teams towards our end either trying to win the title or get into the top 4 or Europa League football. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be no easy game. Do you, Angel, see Sunderland really posing any sort of threat to us in this game? I mean, we should be winning this quite comfortably, but obviously they do have some decent players. Do we need to sort of change it up a bit to beat these, or do you think it's just going to be a comfortable victory? I mean, we have been pretty decent at Old Trafford, so I'm not sure if we need to change too much, do we, really?
Just to reiterate what the other three said, I think we definitely need to win. It's a must-win game. I think we do, we only have ourselves to blame for these performances, to be honest. The players, I mean, that's Van Gaal's philosophy. But, the players, they don't seem motivated. Like, some of these players, I'm not sure, I don't know if they're playing for Manchester United or not. I mean, when you put the shirt on, it must mean something to you. And some of these players, I don't think they don't give a toss, to be honest. To expand, I think we should be winning this game comfortably, easily. But this season, these games, are we going to win? Are we going to get, a good result? I mean, we shouldn't be thinking like this with Manchester United, but these are the times. But yeah, definitely, I think it's a must-win game. They say football is a results business. I think we should get the result, but I also want to see a good performance. Because I mean, it's fun, seeing your team grinding out results 1-2 games, but seeing it every game, like on the edge of your seat every game, and not in an entertaining way, just like, oh, are we going to concede or not? I don't expect that from Manchester United, to be honest. I don't think the fans go there to be at the edge of their seats, buying, chewing on their nails all game, to be honest. I think they pay their money for entertaining football. You've got world-class players like Angel Di Maria, Radamel Falcao, Robin Van Persie, Juan Mata. I definitely think Mata should start against Sunderland. Yeah, needs to play some good football.
Yeah, definitely. We should be looking to get some more entertaining football, especially in these sort of games at Old Trafford. Obviously, we've been accustomed to that a lot over the years. So, Joe, what sort of team would you go for in this game? It's difficult because obviously he's changed up the team to what the fans like, with putting Rooney back up front and playing Herrera more. How do you see him sort of lining up, or how do you want him to line up for this game? It's difficult. Obviously, we're hearing a couple of players could be injured, so I'm not sure how we're gonna set up for this. What sort of idea have you got?
Well, the RVP injury could be a blessing in disguise. But here's what I think is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Sunderland are going to camp out in their own half, and they're going to want to hit us on the counterattack with Defoe and Adam Johnson. But the team I would go for is David De Gea in net. At right back, I'd put Valencia in. Smalling, Rojo, Shaw. Go with the diamond for this game. Blind at the base. Herrera, Di Maria in the middle of that. Mata is coming back in at number 10, and then Rooney and Falcao up top. We're going to need Mata's vision and his ability to cut defenses with his ball, because like I said, they're going to camp out in their own half, so they're going to want to hit us on the break, and we need to keep in possession is going to be vital, but moving the ball from side to side is going to be very vital. And finding the through balls through the gaps in the defense. So that's why I think Juan Mata has to play. So it'll be interesting, though. I hope he goes for a team like that, but I could see him starting Fellaini. I don't know why, but he will.
Yeah, I've got a feeling he probably will start Fellaini as well. I don't know about you, Kevin, if you've got any sort of different sort of lineup for the game. Do you agree that probably Fellaini will start, although probably should? I don't know if you agree, but he probably shouldn't be starting games and should probably be on the bench. I don't know, sort of more what sort of player you'd put in the number 10 role, because obviously Juan Mata hasn't been playing a lot lately. Do you think he should sort of maybe come back into the team? Because he's probably better starting him than playing Fellaini in that number 10 role.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Joey's team. I've picked everyone the same, apart from the right back. I put Rafael there. I don't know where Rafa is. Again, like I've been saying for how many weeks now, you got to start playing circle pegs and circle holes. Valencia's not a right back. He's not going to be a right back. You've got a right back at the club. Play Valencia, Van Gaal. Simple as. He's been playing 2 matches already for under-21 since his supposed injury. So he's passed the Van Gaal physical test. You know, he's always going on about if you're injured, you've got to play in an under-21 game and whatnot. So he's done that. So get Rafa into the team. We've got most players fit. The greater majority of the squad is fit. So you utilize the squad that you have. So no excuses. I want to see Mata in the team. I don't know why Mata hasn't been starting at all. Fellaini in the whole is just an excuse for the team to be playing long balls. Fellaini's not a creative player. He's not going to dictate the play. He's not going to get assists here and there. For me, he's an emergency player. If United are losing, or if we're behind in the game, or if we're trailing, in the match itself, not necessarily the scoreline, bring on Fellaini, add a bit of physicality. He'll be a plan B, another option. But starting the match with Marouane Fellaini, that's not the United way. We're not a long ball team. We're not a Route 1 football team, whatever Van Gaal does and the team does. So hopefully Mata plays. I'm a big fan of Juan Mata. I want to see the Mata, Di Maria, Herrera link-up that I saw earlier in the season that seems to have been diminished. I want to see that again because we are playing really good. Well, those three are playing really good football between themselves. It gives us an extra dynamic. We keep the ball better. We look a lot more fluent and add some more fluidity to the team and attacking presence, and hopefully it improves the dire performances.
Yeah, definitely. Matt, I don't know if you've got anything else for your team, or have you got a similar sort of team? Because we've usually mostly got pretty similar teams.
I've gone for the 4-2-3-1 actually, just because I think with the changes that have been made in the games over the last few weeks, I feel like what's benefited the team is when we've had 2 midfielders sitting, or one can go, one can stay, and it makes our attacks a bit more flexible. I think sometimes having the one sit in and everyone else there, it's just caused too many problems. So I've gone for De Gea in goal. I agree with Kevin about the playing players in their actual positions. So if Rafael is fit, I would start him as a right back. There might be doubts over how good he is he defensively, but I'd prefer to play an actual right back in that position because Valencia isn't really any better when it comes to the defences. They all make mistakes other than Rojo, so I've gone for Smalling. Rojo's the other one, sure. Then I've got 2 centre midfielders of Blinton and Herrera. Then the 3 in front of that, I've got Di Maria out on the one side, Young out on the other, just because I'd like to see them running at fullback. So I've put Rooney up front as a striker by himself. Now, I don't think Van Gaal will do this, but this is what I would like to do because I like James Wilson, but I think that I'd rather see Rooney played in his actual position. I want to see Mata play. I want Blind and Herrera to link up again. And I want to see Di Maria be more like the Di Maria that was trying to convince me that he should be in this team. Because at the moment in the games, other than the very first ones for us, he's not been convincing me enough. And I'd like to see him play in a wider position where he can attack fullbacks. Because I think in the Premier League, that's a position that he can be really effective in.
Yeah, definitely. I've been hearing today that maybe James Wilson's injured anyway. I'm not too sure what's happening there. So if him and Van Persie are injured, it does leave us a bit short up front. So you never know. He might go for a one striker up front. I don't know if you see that as being the case, Angel, or do you think he'll play Falcao and Rooney up front? It's a bit difficult if Wilson and obviously Van Persie's reportedly out for about a month, so he won't be able to play now. So it would be nice to see either Wilson or Falcao get a run of games, wouldn't it, in the team?
I don't see Van Gaal playing Rooney up top by himself. He says that playing Rooney up front brings the team's unbalanced playing him up front. So I don't think he's going to play him up front by himself. I think he will go with Rooney and Falcao up top. I'll just say my team, my full team. I've gone with David De Gea in goal, Rafael right back, Smalling and Rojo centre backs, Luke Shaw left back, Blind at the base of the midfield, Herrera, Di Maria, Juan Mata in the hole, and then obviously Rooney and Falcao up top. I think Mata playing in behind Rooney and Falcao, Mata can provide the passes to Falcao that Fellaini is supposed to be doing. As the number 10, Mata will supply Falcao with the passes. Falcao makes good runs. He's an intelligent footballer, and I don't think you can blame his performance just on him. I think the team very negative. We haven't got the best out of Falcao in my opinion, and we're trying to incorporate all these players into one team. Van Gaal's trying to incorporate these players into one team. He should really build his team around Di Maria, who, in my opinion, on paper is the best. He's the best, player in Manchester United on paper. Outfield player. De Gea is still the best.
Yeah.
Sunderland, their defensive team, they're gonna come and park the bus. So we need to penetrate. Get that passing in with Herrera, Mata, Di Maria. Yeah, get that Spanish passing game going. And yeah, I think we'll win comfortably if we play our football. The Sunderland defensive team, we're gonna have to break them down. I don't want to see Fellaini in the hole. We don't need this steal Fellaini. We don't need him in the midfield. He's on, as Kevin said, he's an emergency player. Bring him on when when we're struggling, and yeah, I think bring on James Wilson if Falcao is not up to scratch as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see where the James Wilson one is. I heard that he was only a dead leg, but I'm not too sure. I think Full-Time Devil said he's out injured, so we'll have to see. So Joey, how do you see this game going? What sort of scoreline do you think we're going to get from this game?
I was just thinking about that, and we're sitting here saying should be an easy one on paper, and we should win, but just the way the season's gone, even at home, I'm gonna go with 2-1. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as we're all thinking. That game, last year at home we lost under Giggs. Januzaj rescued us early in the year. They're a tough team to play. And Gus Poyet will have them, set up knowing what their job is. They got Cattermole and Seb Larson, in the middle, making it difficult. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as we think. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. Don't get me wrong, but gotta win this game, and I think it's gonna be 2-1.
Yeah, Kevin, how do you see it going? Do you think it's going to be as easy as some people think, or do you think it'll be a tight game like Joey thinks?
I agree with Joe. I think it'll be a tight game. Sunderland don't concede many goals there. Well, in the last few weeks, I think they've had something like 3 0-0s, or whatever it is. They don't score goals. Their fans are, getting a bit uptight and causing a bit of a ruckus because even at Stadium of Light, they don't score goals. It's normally 0-0s or 1-1. It's a very boring team, and we're playing crappy football as well. We're boring to watch. I think it's going to be a boring match. I really hope I'm wrong. I'm going to go for a 1-0 United win. Hopefully we can keep a clean sheet against a team that doesn't score at Old Trafford. I think Gus Poyet will set them up to get a point. Nothing more. Hopefully nothing less for them. But we've got to go at them. We've got to go all guns blazing straight from the off. Because waiting for us to concede, the referee will be blowing for the whistle for full time by then. So we've got to go at them. We're Man United at Old Trafford against bloody Sunderland. If you can't beat them at Old Trafford, then we might as well quit right now, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Matt, how do you see it going? Do you think it'd be a tight?
The way that the team's been playing and doing, there's nothing else that we can say other than just expect it to be difficult. It shouldn't be like that. It's wrong that it's like that. Sunderland at home shouldn't be a fixture that we should have concerns about ever. But I just see it being tight. In fact, it's just sitting here now, it's one of those games where after the game, if it was something as shocking as a draw, it probably wouldn't surprise me. I'm not going to be that pessimistic. I'm going to say we're going to win. I'm again going to actually go with a similar scoreline to Joey. I'm going to say something like 2-1. I can see us being shaky, may make a mistake, and Defoe getting. I think it's going to be much of the same. I think there's going to be similar issues with us trying to score goals and creating chances. And yeah, it's just going to be a tough game. I'd like to say something that would be more positive, but I'm really struggling to come up with anything at the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult too. Are you more positive about this game, Angel? Do you think we're going to win easily than what the others say? Because they've all gone for just the.
No, I'm just gonna agree with the what the others are saying. I don't think by no means is it gonna be an easy game. Sunderland, they're organised. Gus Poyet has drilled them defensively solid. As Kevin indicated, that they've conceded 3 or less more goals, less goals. Sorry, 2-1. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game, but it really shouldn't be a tough game. I'm saying this because I don't think Van Gaal's going to play the players that I want him to play. I think he's going to be stubborn and play Fellaini in the hole again. Probably Rooney and Falcao up top. I mean, yeah, I think he's going to play Fellaini in the hole. That's what I think anyway. I expect Raj to start. I would like him to start. I think Van Gaal, maybe he's not going to play. I'm not sure. I don't really know what Van Gaal does these days, to be honest. But yeah, it's philosophy.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit easier than that. I think I want to go for a 3-1 to Manchester United. I think we'll be looking to win this quite.
So everybody watching, you hear that? If it's something like we said, go on Dan's Twitter and give him a load of shit when the performance isn't that good.
Yeah,
The same thing about the Swansea game, and we fucking lost. So.
I didn't say 3-1.
Yeah, but we all thought it was going to be comfortable.
Yeah, well, I think at home we will let a goal in, but I think we can score some goals. I know we're not playing the best, but Sunderland at home, we should be looking to beat these quite easy, really. I mean, I don't really see a lot of threat coming from them. They're not scoring a lot of goals, so I think it's our own downfall if we don't win this game. Anyway, I think that's about it for this preview. Everyone, let us know your thoughts on the game, and let us know your score predictions for the game, how you think it's going to go. And we'll probably be back again after the game for a review of how it went. So until then, thanks to everyone for watching.